In a unanimous decision, 3 judges from the Court of Appeal have today ruled that the regulations under which most of the government's back to work schemes have been created are unlawful and must be quashed. The ruling is a huge setback for the Department for Work and Pensions, whose flagship reforms have been beset with problems since their inception. The effect of the judgment is that all those people who have been stripped of their benefits under the affected scheme have a right to claim their money back. And until new regulations are enacted with proper parliamentary approval, nobody can be compelled to participate on the schemes. The government initially indicated that it would seek a stay of the order quashing the regulations, because people would be free to leave placements if they did not wish to participate, and all sanctions currently imposed would have to be immediately brought to an end. However, after objections today from our legal team, the government abandoned their request for a stay of the quashing order, which means that the judgment takes immediate effect. The case was brought by our clients, Kate Riley, who is here with me today, and Jamie Wilson, who was stripped of his job seeker's allowance for 6 months after refusing to participate in a scheme which required him to work 30 hours a week for 6 months for free. In a carefully reasoned judgment, the court found that the Secretary of State, Ian Duncan Smith, had acted beyond the powers given to him by Parliament by failing to provide any detail about the various back to work schemes in the regulations. The result is that over the past 2 years, the government has unlawfully required tens of thousands of unemployed people to work without pay, and unlawfully stripped thousands more of their subsistence benefits. The case has revealed the chaos and confusion at the heart of the DWP, who have set up a web of schemes and sanctions so complex that their own job centre advisors are failing to implement them correctly. The basic requirements of fairness dictated by Parliament, providing people with a clear explanation of what they're being asked to do, why they're being asked to do, and what the consequences are if they fail to do it, have not been complied with by the DWP.
I am delighted with today's judgment. I brought this case because I knew it was wrong when I was prevented from doing my voluntary work in a museum and forced to work in Poundland for free for 2 weeks as part of a scheme known as the Sector-Based Work Academy. Those 2 weeks were a complete waste of my time, as the experience did not help me get a job. I wasn't given any training and I was left with no time to do my voluntary work or search for other jobs. The only beneficiary was Poundland, a multi-million-pound company. Later, I found out that I should never have been told the placement was compulsory. I don't think I'm above working in shops like Poundland. I now work part-time in a supermarket. It's just that I expect to get paid for working. I hope the government will now take this opportunity to rethink its strategy and do something which actually builds on unemployed people's skills and tackles the causes of long-term unemployment. I agree we need to get people back to work, but the best way of doing that is by helping them, not punishing them. The government ought to understand that if they created schemes which actually help people get back into work, then they wouldn't need to force people to attend.